Economic Report is prepared annually by the Kenya Institute for Public Policy Research and Analysis, KIPRA, pursuant to Section 23, Subsection 3 of the KIPRA Act, Cap 112A, Laws of Kenya. This is a statutory report which annually reviews Kenya's economic performance and provides prospects for the medium term. The Kenya Economic Report 2024 is themed Enhancing Productivity for Sustained Inclusive Growth. The Kenya Economic Report 2024 focuses on the following areas: macroeconomic performance, medium-term macroeconomic prospects for Kenya, labor productivity in manufacturing, enhancing productivity through trade, enhancing agricultural sector productivity through a transformative agenda, developing skills for productive and future-ready workforce, productivity at county level, focus on arid counties, leveraging strategic partnerships in unlocking technology transfer, enhancing productivity in the public sector, and leveraging on digitalization to increase productivity in the informal economy. On macroeconomic performance, the economy recorded growth in 2023. The GDP growth rate increased from 4.9% in 2022 to 5.6% in 2023. Across the sectors, activities in agriculture rebounded strongly after 4 failed seasons. The agriculture sector expanded by 6.5% in the period on the backdrop of favorable weather conditions and reduced farm input costs following timely implementation of the government fertilizer and seed subsidy program. Monetary Policy Committee raised the central bank rate by 3.5% to 12.5% in December 2023 to anchor inflation expectations. Fiscal consolidation continued, with overall fiscal deficit projected at 4.9% in 2023-2024 compared to the 5.6% of GDP in 2022-2023. On medium-term macro prospects for Kenya, the economic growth forecast projects growth at 5.7% in 2024 and an averaging 6% in the medium term, assuming normal conditions prevail. Exploiting emerging opportunities such as favorable weather and growing economic partnership is likely to accelerate growth to 6.1% in 2024 and averaging 6.6% in the medium term. Robust growth will be supported by growth in private and public investments, favorable weather, a growth-friendly policy environment, and growing economic partnerships. MSME's highest concentration of first and second level skills hinders labor productivity in the sector as workers are limited to basic machinery and electronic equipment operation. Low labor productivity in MSMEs is attributed to inadequate research and development investment, innovation culture, financial resources, and lack of third and fourth level skills. The manufacturing sector, through its overall linkages with other sectors of the economy, plays a significant role in its contribution to the GDP. However, the contribution of the sector has remained below the targeted 15% of the GDP. Low labor productivity in the sector is because of the low technology, industry use outdated machinery and processes. Firms also rely on first and second level skills, where most employees have basic skills which limit workers to perform basic operations of machinery, thus constraining labor productivity. Trade acts as a catalyst for sustained economic development. It drives productivity growth by promoting specialization and expanding market access by domestic producers. However, the contribution of domestic trade to the overall productivity of the country is constrained by the high informality, proliferations of counterfeits, limited product diversification with over-reliance on the primary sector, agriculture, and conducive business environment, which has led to the closure of several supermarket branches in the country and gaps in the market infrastructure. Agricultural productivity plays a crucial role in the country's economy and is a critical measure that impacts food security, economic growth, and environmental sustainability. In the last 2 decades, the sector growth and its contribution to the GDP averaged 2.3% and 22.4% respectively. The production of food and cash crops and their yields have been declining over time, driven by low investment in the sector and the effects of climate change. Labor productivity, crop yields, and efficiency of inputs used have been declining over time. Kenya has made significant investments in skill development through education and training, apprenticeship and internship program, and workplace training approaches. Despite these investments, skills development through education and training show disparities in access to education, especially in arid and semi-arid lands, inadequate education outcomes, and low transition rates from basic education to tertiary education level. County labor productivity is important for the country to achieve sustainable and inclusive economic growth. Economic activities take place at the county level, and therefore interventions to enhance labor productivity at this level would increase productivity at the national level. Although arid counties have the smallest size of economic output as measured by the gross value added, GVA, they have latent natural resources such as land, wildlife, and renewable energy resources that hold potential for sustainable economic growth. The services sector dominates the share of county gross value added for all county categories, but a significant proportion is non-market services that dominate in arid counties with lower output from the private sector. Leverage strategic partnership in unlocking technology transfer. Establish and strengthen strategic partnership with countries in strategic regions with the aim of promoting and deepening economic cooperation. Target critical technologies for digital economy and overall inclusive growth and development in the new strategic relationships. Improve policy environment that suits the use, adoption, and adaptation of the frontier technologies. Establish diaspora's policies and strategies that aim at promoting technology, knowledge, and skills transfer for the betterment of Kenya's economic growth and structural transformation. The introduction of the devolved government in 2013 changed how public services are managed in Kenya, leading to adjustments in employment practices as functions were decentralized to the county level. Devolution transferred 14 functions to the county governments that led to an increased local workforce. National government employment dropped from 94.3% in 2012 to 77.7% in 2023, while county jobs rose from 37.7 thousand in 2012 to 221,000 in 2023. While national productivity has increased, disparities across counties persist, emphasizing the need for targeted intervention in technology access, personnel quality, infrastructure, and governance. Improving public service delivery requires a comprehensive approach that includes capacity building, performance management contracting, technology integration, and the establishment of oversight bodies. To enhance productivity in public service, 1. Establish a coordinated and strategic approach to capacity building and human resource management at all government levels. Develop tailored training programs for national and county governments to equip public servants with necessary skills. Streamline recruitment, offer competitive salaries, and implement performance management for accountability. 2. Implement targeted interventions to enhance personnel quality through technology access, infrastructure development, and governance improvements. Focus on human capital development, economic management, and transparency to boost productivity in public service delivery. 3. Prioritize a comprehensive approach to enhance public service delivery by expanding training, aligning performance management with goals, leveraging technology, and promoting citizen engagement. Lastly, strengthen budgetary and financial management practices at national and county levels by improving revenue collection, budget execution, compliance with spending limits, and addressing spending bills. These actions aim to enhance budget quality and utility, improving public service productivity in Kenya. The informal economy contributes over 80% of the total employment, but is faced with low labor productivity. Integrating digital technologies into the operations of informal businesses will help to improve productivity because high labor productivity is linked to high digitalization levels in a business. To counter this challenge, establishments are trying to leverage on digitalization to increase their productivity as digitalization is associated with high labor productivity. Adoption of digital technologies and building digital capabilities within firms can lead to improvements in labor productivity, thus contributing to enhanced overall performance and competitiveness. Some of the digital tools and online platforms that the informal sector has adopted and utilized are mobile phones, computers, and use of internet and websites. To ensure that the informal sector is leveraging on digitalization to improve on its productivity, 1. Invest in the enhancement of digital competencies and literacy to narrow the digital divide. The government will need to expand initiatives aimed at fostering digital skills and literacy among all citizens, particularly in rural areas and youths in the informal sector. 2. Improve the cost-effectiveness, availability, and competitiveness of digital infrastructure by expediting the execution of initiatives for internet access, broadband fiber, and electricity connectivity across the country. Additionally, activate the Universal Service Fund by government to aid in the advancement of this infrastructure and accelerate production of locally produced digital tools such as mobile phones. 3. Establish mentorship and networking avenues for female entrepreneurs by linking women operating in the informal economy with accomplished business owners proficient in digital technologies to offer mentorship, assistance, and advice on optimizing digital resources effectively. This will enable the exchange of experiences and the sharing of successful business strategies. Lastly, collaborate through public-private partnerships, PPPs, to support the development of digital platforms and technology adoption in the informal sector. In conclusion, by enhancing productivity, Kenya can build a future of sustained, inclusive growth for generations to come.